arguably, on paper, Florida State's easiest opening game since the 2015 season, since playing Texas State to open the 2015 season. And Florida State has not won a season opener since 2016 against Ole Miss. How important is it? And, Florida State's made a reputation of playing big names, big name opponents, and not backing down from anyone. That being said, how important is it for Florida State to start off the season? Because I firmly believe if Florida State opens last season with Jacksonville State, I think, and I know it's easy to say this now because we lost to them, but I think we probably win that first game. And maybe we beat Notre Dame if they flip around. You don't know. But how important is it for Florida State to open that season with a slightly easier on-paper opponent as opposed to if they had to open the year with LSU?
I love it. And it's going to go back to what we're seeing in fall camp. I don't think this offensive line is going to be fully situated until you go after LSU. At least you get one game ahead of that. And I think that's going to be big for FSU because they're going to use film out of that game. It's going to be big film day. And I'm expecting Florida State to come out 1-0 to start the season, and just unless something goes crazy on us. But Florida State will win that game. But the biggest thing is going back in that film room and making sure the guys are in the right spot that you believe in, will understand their assignments when you're heading into a game against LSU with really, really good talent. Florida State is going to have to figure out, Coach Atkins, Norvell, what is going to fit best for that game plan heading into that first week of college football. There's so many guys on that offensive line right now, and there's a lot of battles going on. You're seeing Estes jump in there now and getting some opportunities. You've still got Scott on the outside. I thought that he showed up to camp very well, but I think there's some battles going on that we get to watch at fall camp. We can report on who's starting here, which day is starting here, and whatnot. But if you want to talk about competition and battles, that's something that Florida State, after that Duquesne game, they're going to go look back at film and figure out who's going to fit best for that game plan. I love that they're starting off with an easier opponent. It's something that they've needed to do for a couple of years. You can't go back and erase, what you've already signed up for contract-wise. So they kind of screwed themselves, and that's just what it is. Now you get a chance to warm up a little bit, and it's going to be a big-time film room after what they see and who understood the assignment, who didn't, and who's going to get the chance in week one.
On paper, this is a Duquesne team as we take a look at their schedule right now and whatnot. This is a Duquesne team that finished last season 7-3, 5-2 in the conference, the Northeast Conference and whatnot.
Yeah.
What to you, and we'll talk about the game the few days before when we'll go down, we'll preview, we'll give you our predictions. What to you does Florida State need to do? Are you talking about 21-point win, 28-point win? What is a convincing win to you that will take away a lot of concern about this team right now? Like for me, I just want us to win. 3-0. God consensus 3-0. I'll give that to you. I'll take that right now after last season. But that being said, what to you is a Florida State win?
24 points. You beat them by 24 points minimum, in my opinion. And defense has got to wreak havoc from what we've seen and in this fall camp with Fabian Lovett. And you've got Robert Cooper in the trenches, and Joshua Farmer I was questioning him heading into the spring. I thought, he put on some pounds, and I understood that he was gonna have to get used to playing with that size. And this camp, he's done that. That defensive line is scary. Definitely when you add in Jarrett Jackson, Malcolm Ray in there, and then now you see Bishop Thomas. Bishop Thomas almost came away with a red zone interception yesterday, or end zone interception yesterday. And you're like, what's going on? What's going on here with those trenches? And you got Jared Verse and them on the outside. Florida State should be dominant on that defensive side. Definitely with two vets at the safety position. I think, and I'll be honest, Florida State's got to win by 3 touchdowns minimum. I think they will. It's a home game. This team has never been in this stadium before of this, or at least of this size. I mean, a lot of freshmen coming in.
No, they played in front of 2,400 fans last year against Virginia Lynchburg. They played in front of 35,000 fans last year against TCU. 19,000 fans against Ohio last year when they beat Ohio.
Oh, wow.
That should be the amount of people that
They
make it up.
beat Ohio U?
They beat Ohio U 28-26 over the Fighting Bobcats last year. Can't believe we missed that game.